Have you ever felt like you had to stay in survival mode? Even when you finally felt safe, you still felt like you had to stay in survival mode. That's what I'm going to be talking about today, how I overcame my shadow self and why I'm still doing the work. So I want you to all come join me on this episode. Welcome back to Rose's Inspiration. So, the idea of the shadow self, Carl Jung explains it best, and he is the man on this whole shadow subject. And Carl Jung explains it as the shadow is basically parts of ourselves that's been repressed since childhood, that is part of our parts of ourselves that's been repressed and suppressed and that we have kept deep down, and we grow up as adults now and grow, and we still have these things in us that's suppressed and deep down, and we're not able to bring them out. But once you learn this aspects part of shadow, Carl Jung explains it best, you learn to integrate these parts of yourself and realize that, hey, I might have these parts of me that I have been suppressing. And once you start to look at these things and integrate them as a whole, as yours, you can get to understand yourself as an individual and as a person, and get to find out why you're feeling like this and why certain things trigger you, and just why you really get to find out the why and go deep in within yours and just don't stay above surface level. And moving forward, the shadow is not about being perfect at all or becoming perfect at all, right? It's literally about healing of yourself and just growing. And the healing never stops and growing never stops. It's life and it's an ongoing process. You can definitely tap into your shadow and be able to not allow yourself to be controlled by your shadow, but rather you be in control of your shadow. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York, you got so much situations that transpired, but so much beauty for me within it, because through it all, we are able to find ourselves in the hood, as they will say, right? You're able to find that beauty within your pains and heartbreaks. You start to realize that, and these survival habits follow you into adulthood. And that's one thing I started to realize, that shadow, for example, having fear of just not being enough, fear of love, fear of friendships, fear of not having enough. Fear is always bombarded in our face. And other parts like distrust, not allowing myself to trust. I had to grow and realize that, I have to trust. Right? You have to trust, because if you don't trust, then you can never really trust yourself at all either. You have to allow yourself to trust. And like I said, those things do not help mindsets, and that does not help you as an adult. And not saying to trust everyone. You use your discernment through everything that you do, because you can always see, you can always hear and decipher and know what's for you, what's not for you, and who's being genuine and who's not being genuine. I had to realize that shadow wasn't who I truly was, right? It literally was just a response to my environment and me just trying to protect myself. And for me, I feel like when you live like that, you do not really allow yourself to fully experience life in the way that it should be. Because I really see life like we're really supposed to be here to be happy, to be joyful, to be kind, to be loving, and just happiness is what my mind imagined this world to be, right? But unfortunately, it's not like that. And I still believe this world can change. I think once everybody can, within day by day, we're not all going to be perfect, right? But Once we go within day by day, I think this world definitely can change into a better place. You have those feelings and you already know what it is. Take a look at it and be like, hey, embody those qualities, right? And you can be able to bring them inside of you. You're a reflection of me, I'm a reflection of you. It is about that person, whatever it is that triggers you about them. You have to look inside yourself and see, hey, what is really bothering me about this person that's causing me to feel this uncomfortability? It's not even really the person. You would realize with shadow work, you realize that it's really you. It's really you that you have a problem with, but sometimes you don't know where these issues stem from, right? And that's why when you go deep within, you're able to be like, I do feel this way because when I was younger, this happened. Maybe I feel this way because I was not able to express that. And she bugs the crap out of me, or he bugs the crap out of me because they're expressing it. It's so much deep levels within the shadow. I love freedom, and we all want to have this freedom, right? And it's funny because freedom comes in so many ways. It's not just in one ways, right? You can have freedom mentally, physically, spiritually. It comes in so many different forms. And it was points where I realized that I didn't have this freedom. And that's when I started to realize, like, I want to be whole. I want to completely feel whole and just be fully happy. Like, can I do this? Like, just like a yearning that freaking drives me. Abundance comes in so many forms, and I just love abundance in all of the beautiful forms that it comes in. And abundance can also come in your mental. Do you have an abundant mindset? Do you have a happy mindset? Do you have a nice ground for them trees to grow? And do you water them nicely and beautifully every day? Do you give them sun? That's your mind, because your mind is your ground. And fulfillment was really what allowed me to go deep into shadow. Pain made me grow. The heartbreaks, the pain, everything that I just went through, and everything that I still go through today. Learning to trust for me was a difficult process. It was very hard to kind of let that guard down, to basically just trust again, to love again, to just allow myself. But I knew that I had to, because as I said, I want this fulfillment, right? And I realized, like, the only way that is gonna happen is through mindset shifts. Mindset shift is just changing my whole perspective and how I approach things, how I look at things, and just everything overall. And even how I look at myself as an individual, coming to understand myself as an individual and understanding why I have these feelings and why I'm feeling like this, right? So I just started just allowing myself to experience the other side, which was to love genuinely, which was to celebrate others when they have their accomplishments. So when one door opened for others, it's only right that a door is going to open for me as well, right? I see so much possibilities. I see so much goodness when I see other people doing good. It makes me really excited because I know it's a flow that's going on, and not throw hate and not throw jealousy, not throw negativity towards situations. Some beliefs that I live by today is, the good that you do is the more good that you get back. The more you give, the more you get back. Whatever you do put out, the more you get back of it. The more love you give, the more love you get back. Abundance comes in different types of forms. As I say, we could have abundance of love, abundance of friendships, abundance of finances, abundance of great health. It's an ongoing journey. Situations still arise, things still happen, right? and old triggers still appear. All of those things still appear. Difference really is how you react to it today versus how you reacted to it yesterday. That's really where the growth happens. How you respond to the situations when they do arise. Do you still have those feelings inside your body? And if you do have those feelings, remember you have to check in with those feelings, right? And see why you're feeling like that. And why do you feel this way about this person? Why do you feel this way about yourself? But the beauty of it is that you get to look inside yourself, and it's like a piece of a puzzle that you kind of get to put together, that you get to find out about yourself. You can even journal. I love journaling. Journaling is one of my favorite things to do. I love write and just write down my feelings, and you'd be surprised what comes out when you start writing. You never really know, because once again, we have these suppressed feelings inside of us, and you start writing, you never know what will come out. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude honestly was a huge deal for me as well, because I was able to not really focus on lack, what I didn't have, because I focused more on what I did have and was able to appreciate those things even more, because sometimes we miss the beautiful little things that's right in front of us, right? Because we're busy looking so far ahead. So that still helps me today in my journey. Accountability, just taking accountability for your actions. Again, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. It's an everyday process. Do not let your emotions take over you, and do not let your shadow side also take over you too. Single day, you dismantle yourself is right. But believe that growth is definitely a step-by-step process. We're not our past. You are not your past. You are not your survival mode. Let's stop living off survival mode and stop causing these tensions in our body, these pains in our body, because it all shows up in so many different ways and forms. Once you release, forgive yourself, forgive others, but still live with discernment and live with God, I think that you get to feel better overall. So, it's always a pleasure to have you guys here with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means so much to me. And if this video resonated with you, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. Make sure you stay tuned in for more conversations just about life and healing and just growth and faith, and just, I believe together we can all do this, guys. Thank you so much for watching Rosa's Inspirations. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Make sure y'all stay cool and cute. Love y'all. Peace.